dominate in every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash, put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They Ella they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, Be like my...
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready up. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
On first down, it's James. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Slam.
Off the play fake. Simmons. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 61 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. 61. Matchbox lights. 37. Check 37. Mike 50. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Come get some. Come on. 2.
Off play action. Simmons. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
I got you. Switch.
Now it's Jackson. Gets this one to Juszczyk. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. T.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. This is Cohen, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. In for the score. And the Falcons push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. This short throw caught by Goddard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
31's the mic. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. 31's the mic.
First down, a run with Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Give me some. Here we go. Hey, Alpha. Check. Hey, Mike 50. Go on. Watch the out. Check 52. Hey. I said that.
On 1st down, Simmons. James has got it. Complete. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. Off the play fake. Simmons. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. He's got the first down here inside the 30, and he'll be taken down at the 26. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Simmons. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Bilal Nichols able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Simmons. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points when you're down 21-0. We're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll run with Sanders. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They go play action with Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50.
On third down, James. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
And the Bears first down.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson, he's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Abukum in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run on 1st down. It's James, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 61, matchbox, lights. Shift. 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's James. And he's got some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
31's the mic. Too little, Captain. 31's the mic. Yes. Hey, wahoo. 31's the mic. I'm going. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Simmons. Throw left side complete. That's James. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 32 on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. 2nd and 14. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne and try to knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is Are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Jackson now. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. On first down, Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here comes Miller. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
But not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Here's Jackson. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw. Deep depth. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 2. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing to start the drive. Simmons. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's James, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's James, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Simmons. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.